Hi, Justin here from Kombative Martial Arts, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to work with children with learning disabilities. I have a learning disabilities program. It's actually pretty successful, and basically I know how to bridge children with learning disabilities into a regular kids class. My classes are full of children that are typical and children that have learning disabilities, and they work together. Okay? But again, that's why I have what's called a bridge program, which is bridging them over. Okay, because the child with the learning disability needs to learn the structure of the class. Okay, they need to learn the structure of the class, and so for that they have to be in what's called the bridge program. Now, in the beginning of the bridge program, what we like to do is we like to teach them to stand still. Now, standing still is not how everybody else stands still because they are a child with learning disability, so we need to focus on one thing. And that one thing are going to be their feet. We want their feet to be together, hands are behind their back, and then they can be bopping around like this, okay? That's okay. As long as their feet are planted and not moving, they can move all they want because that means they're not moving around the room, they're staying still. Now, after a while, as time goes on, they will start to learn to stand more and more still. Okay, but they need that reference point. They need that place to remember, oh, my feet have to stand still. And eventually, and if they're going like this, that's okay. And eventually the rest of them will start to kind of like filter up their body, and soon they'll just start standing still. Now, the second thing I want to talk to you about real quick is setting the rules right off the bat. Now, a lot of kids, a lot of teachers out there, a lot of kids, a lot of parents, they don't want to be their friends, and that's not a great way to be. You want to set the rules right off the bat. And a lot of these children, when they come to me, they're not used to that. So what is the first thing they end up doing? They will burst into tears. Now, that doesn't mean that you got to be mean to them or harsh to them and like that. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about being firm, and we're talking about stating the rules. No, you can't do that. Yes, you can do this. Great job. No, stand still. Okay? Getting these kids used to hearing the word no is very important. Because they will know, K-N-O-W, they will know what to do. But when they hear the word no and O, they instantly get upset. And when they get upset and they cry, let them cry. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with kids crying on the floor. Okay, I have kids cry all the time in the beginning. And then they keep coming, and then all of a sudden the tears stop, and they're standing still, they're listening, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. Why? Because they can do it. And that's something that we always have to remember. They can do it. So we have to always treat them the way we want them to become and push them to the best of their abilities. So set the rules right off the bat. Right from the beginning, set the rules. No, you can't do that. Yes, you can. And then over time, they'll get that. But they need to know, K-N-O-W, what they can and cannot do. And they will start to figure it out. And when they start to cry, look at them right in the eyes and say, hey, it's okay. You gotta cry, you gotta cry. Okay, I have the saying, you gotta shed your tears in order to shed your fears. So I tell them that all the time. And they start to cry, and when they're done crying, it's like, okay, let's pay attention, follow the rules. And they're gonna realize that crying does not get them out of the situation, and does not get them what they want to do. Okay? So you can't be afraid of having a child cry on the floor. Because when you're working with a population with learning disabilities, you have at least 1 to 2 to 5 criers a week. Every week, someone's crying. And it cannot faze you. Okay? Because again, it's all a transition. It's all a process. You are bridging them over. Because you want them, because in the end, you would want them to cry in the bridge program when it's 2 or 3 kids working together to bring them into a regular kids class. You don't want them crying in the regular kids class. When they're there, you want them knowing what to do, how to move, how to listen, how to follow the structure of the class. And that's what we're going to be talking about during these during these lessons, during these teachings. Okay? I'm Justin from Kombative Martial Arts. I'll see you next time on how to teach children with learning disabilities. Have a great day.